Sandy Rodriguez, a Los Angeles-based artist, created a new work for the Huntington. It's an 8-foot by 8-foot map of Los Angeles, made with hand-processed pigments and a mate paper. And it's part of our new permanent collections installation of American art called Borderlands.
So it's about explaining through text and image a little bit more to our viewers who are encountering this the way that you would encounter a wayfinding map in a mall or an airport. So you will approach something that is monumental in size, much larger than you are, at the Huntington, use the names and the text around the map to imagine your experience of Los Angeles. I'm including indicator plants for the different floristic areas across Los Angeles, including a Joshua tree for the desert areas and an oak for the Santa Monica Mountains. I'm including a number of fauna, including the various migratory hummingbirds that come through and that are endemic to the area. I'm also including the names of the city from all of its previous time periods, referencing land use over time. We look at, for example, this little detail of Catalina Island. That is from a little handful of soil from a road cut while I was on a hike that I came back and I ground very, very fine and I cleaned it. It's called levigation, where you pour water and then pour it off, then grind it again so it's super, super fine, and then you put it on a plate with a binder to make it nice and creamy almost. So many slow layers that go onto this because the paper is so fragile, but it's so sturdy at the same time. It's fragile when you wet it, but in order to get these gradients, like these solid areas, I am sitting here soaking it with watercolor and then hitting it with a blow dryer to make sure that it doesn't get too wet and just doesn't like open up on me. So the approach, the physical approach and the relationship to surface on this one is a lot more, it's very unusual in terms of how I've approached the other amate, but I really love the way that the fibers of the amate in the landscape part is almost topographic.
Yeah.
And going in to put these hills and these references is just that very, very subtle game of pushing and pulling what's already in the paper. The rainbow has a number of associations and a number of art historical associations. But the context in which I'm bringing the rainbow to this composition is in reference to a 500-year-old text called the Florentine Codex. And in one of the books, in one of the chapters, they're explaining atmospheric phenomena, right? So for the passage that's about rainbows, it says when a rainbow is visible, that is an assurance that serenity and better times are ahead. So after the year and a half that we've experienced, something that brings a little bit of hope for tomorrow is a way that we can literally frame this very complicated history of the city of Los Angeles.